One day, Mr. Ling called me. We had several talks in Belgium about Trenčín, about the club, about his vision, about his philosophy. We talk a lot. After I come here and visit the city, visit the club for 3-4 days, and afterwards I was convinced that it was a good step for me. A new country after already was a coach in Belgium on the highest level, and in the Netherlands in the highest level, and now Slovakia with a good club, with a good vision, with later in the season new stadium, with good young potential players. I saw it as an adventure, but also a good thing to do in my career in this moment, and that's why I'm happy to be here, and I hope that the results will be better as last 2 seasons.
Did you know Mr. Ling before, and did you know that he has a project here in Slovakia, that he has a club, and a very successful club, 2 times double?
Yeah, in our countries, everybody knows the club AS Trenčín. It's a famous club because a lot of good players moved from here to Belgium. If you talk about Bay, Wesley, Simon, etc., everybody knows the clubs as a good club for young potential players with a lot of qualities who can play on the highest level, a lot of minutes. That's why I know before Mr. Ling phoned me already the club, but after I know the club better and also the potential, and also Mr. Ling wants to end with the club again. That's doing and playing again for the championship again. Playing European League at first, and I think the biggest dream for Mr. Ling is when the new stadium is there, that he one day is going to play Champions League.
What are your expectations from AS Trenčín, from your stay here, and maybe what you can bring, what you want to bring to?
For sure, we have to do it better as last season, because I told the players today that was really shit. I cannot say a different. Yeah, that's stupid. That's also a little bit embarrassing when you have the quality what Trenčín have, and you become in the 7th place. Yeah, then you do it really bad. Everybody, they know it. So we have to put a lot of more effort in the game, a lot of more passion, a lot of more quality, more willing to do and to have good results, etc. And it starts and ends with working very hard, and that's what we're going to do today.
In this short time, what did you find out about the league?
That it's a league about the good quality, that you have 2 different parts of clubs. I think 6, 7 very good clubs with good quality players, and also small clubs, but that's also important for the league. And that you have a lot of potential good teams who can play for the championship. Everybody knows Bratislava, but also the other teams are really good and want to be on the top of the league, and just like us, because we were not in the top anymore, and we want to change it again.
You already mentioned the stadium, so what do you say about the thing that first part of the season you will play on the other stadium? Is it a big disadvantage?
Yeah, that's for sure, but I'm not going to use it anymore because it's the reality. We have to play away every week, but that's not an excuse. We know it, so we have to deal with this, and it's not an excuse, but later it will be a big advantage when we can play for our home supporters. At home it will be a big difference, but it's not an excuse to have not so much points if we did in the past.
Now we still live in a different special situation because of the corona, so you have less than 3 weeks for preparation.
Yeah, that's strange. That's also for me the first time. If it's a new coach and you have only 3 weeks, only 2 games to play before the start of the competition, yeah, then it's difficult. But again, I'm not a coach. I'm not a coach who looks for excuses. We have to deal with this. This is a situation. It's difficult for everybody, everywhere. We have to deal with this, and we have to look for the first game, and we have to look for the first good result.
What kind of football do you prefer as a coach, and maybe what can you say about your coach mentality, coaching strategies? Sorry.
I know which kind of game Mr. Ling want to play. That's the most perfect game what there is. I'm a little bit more realistic, I think. But it's important that we play again like Trenčín knowed before, offensive play, dominant position game, with a lot of pressure to the opponent, but also with a good vision about its ball position, and it's also losing ball. We have to consider also that we have more clean sheets, etc. It's not only ball position, it's also the organization. When we lose the ball, both or more is important for me, and we have to be quite considering in everything what we do.
Are you going to work with this squad you have now, or are you going to bring maybe some players from Belgium?
I don't bring anything. It's Mr. Ling who do the transfers, and I work with the teams. And it's easy for me because I did it also in the past with other clubs. I'm not the coach who cry if, and I talk about the players who are not here. I put all my energy in the players who are here, and I work with the players who are here.
One question about your colleague you coached before in Breda, and this spring was there Peter Himala. Do you know him? Maybe he was in Slovakia 1.5 years.
Yeah, for sure. I know him. You follow your colleagues, and especially when they work at the same clubs. He was also with NAC Breda. Now he is out. We are a little bit similar when you talk about being passionate about the game, being aggressive. I think we are both winners, and that's what we want to see back with our players.